Aita for not letting someone I barely know stay at my place even though they're homeless now. I met someone about 2 weeks ago while organizing a social event on Reddit. We connected over our shared social awkwardness and exchanged numbers. When we met for lunch, they opened up about their life, mentioning they hadn't been paid in 6 weeks. I felt bad and offered to pay for their lunch. A few days later, they casually mentioned they had actually been fired, which explained the lack of pay. I felt sorry for them but assumed they had some savings since they were still attending social events and seemed relatively okay. They also mentioned that their parents live close by, so I figured they had a support system. Over the next few days, they shared struggles with their mental health and family, parents, brother, which I could relate to. I listened but didn't offer much advice since I didn't feel qualified to help. A week ago, they asked if they could stay at my place in an emergency. I told them no, explaining my home is my safe space and that I've had issues with people violating my boundaries before. They seemed to understand and didn't push further. But this week, their situation has escalated. They said they were kicked out and Thier Super changed the locks. They also had a huge fight with their parents, and their dad called the cops on them. Now, they're texting me from a park, saying they haven't eaten in 2 days and have nowhere to go. I asked if they had reached out to other friends or acquaintances, but they said those people either live with roommates or their parents and can't take them in. I suggested they call our city's eviction helpline or look into shelters, but they said they haven't had any luck with those options. Now, they're pressuring me, saying, "You're the only person who can help me," and making me feel extremely guilty. I feel terrible about their situation, and I wish I could do something to help, but I also feel strongly about protecting my boundaries. I've only known them for 2 weeks, and letting them stay at my place would make me uncomfortable, especially given how chaotic their life seems right now. I have a gut feeling that some of what they're telling me isn't adding up. For example, they've given me conflicting timelines about when exactly they got evicted. On different days, they've said the landlord or super changed the locks, but the details don't seem consistent. It makes me wonder if there's more to the story that they're not being honest about, which only adds to my discomfort. I suggested mental health institutes and city resources, but they said those options haven't worked. They keep saying things like, "If you don't help, I don't know what's going to happen to me," which makes me feel guilty. Am I the asshole for holding firm on my boundary and not letting them stay at my place? I feel heartless, but I also don't think I'm equipped to deal with this situation. Am I wrong here?